Hi, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our ongoing series on public speaking. Once again, for you teachers, first time, congratulations. You're going to be in front of the youngsters, hopefully, for those that do have an opportunity to be in front of the room. For those new supervisors, managers, congratulations. You're going to be in front of your people. For those people that wanted to do some public speaking in front of the room in conferences, events like that, now we're regimented to this little box here. We're trying to get used to that. Maybe you're just someone just starting out, trying to find out exactly if this is something that you do want to do, or maybe you're someone that's looking for some additional help. There's some great institutions, 2, 4 years, people who specialize in public speaking, or maybe you're just one of those people who say, let me see what's out there and let me try to incorporate, learn what I can. I'm disciplined enough to practice what I can. This is why we're doing this for those people. So we're going to pick it up from where we left off, which is part two of being prepared. We looked at the first part of getting your preparation together, which is the content. But now let's talk about gathering materials. If you're going to use some type of handouts, be sure you have enough. Handouts serve different purposes for different organizations of people that you're going to be in front of. Listeners like to take notes. So, listeners like to have something to take away from your presentation as a reminder of what you said. Many listeners will take notes on any scripts, pieces of paper that they can get by that's handy. But by having listeners using your handouts reduces the time that they spend looking for something to take notes, and they can just easily jot it down from there. Keep in mind that the less time they spend taking notes, the more time that they can spend focusing in on you, and that's what it's all about. Handouts help reinforce your main points. People listen differently, selectively, if you will. You emphasize certain parts of your content. Some listeners will remember something that you will say, others will not. That's why we have the handouts. And handouts in general make listeners happy. People like to take away something that's tangible from a presentation, something more than a recollection of what you said. Giving people handouts make them feel as if they own your information and they just heard it. And many times they're going to refer back to some of those notes that they took. When you write your speech, it is also beneficial to also keep some key points in mind. Are there going to be any visual props? Are you going to be saying something that has a dual purpose and maybe you want to reinforce it with something? Handouts, also props, can help you do these things, but we have to make sure if we're in the room, if it's viable to do. Also, if it's done online now, the transition from one screen to the other. So, handouts will work, props will also work. I would also encourage you as you get closer to your presentation time, have a checklist. In other words, do you know what you're going to say the first 2 minutes? Do you know how you're going to introduce your topic? Have you prepared clear statements of your main points? Do you know how you're going to close your presentation? Have you prepared for a Q&A if there's going to be a Q&A? If you have slides or handouts, have you proofread each slide? Do you need to add any additional slides? Should you delete some slides that's not going to be used in the deck? Or logistics. Do you know where you're going to be at certain times before you speak, while you're speaking, and after the speech? All of these things need to be thought about as you're putting your preparation for your speech together. It's more than just giving the speech, there's a lot of back work that needs to be done because the audience is viewing you. The more flawless it comes across, the more preparation that goes into it, I guarantee you they'll be calling you back again, or you'll get an opportunity to do another gig. Once again, Brandon Hardison for Champion Strategies for some little public speaking workshop as